Welcome to another Zen pop-up. So in this pop-up, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a pre-sign-up form for your course or your membership site. So what is good about this is that you can start taking or receiving leads that you can then actually email later to, and when you launch the course, to actually put them in it. Okay, so obviously if it's a free course that you're doing and you're putting them in it, you can tell them about a free course and then you can automatically enroll them in the course if you want to as well. So this is really handy because what it means is that it actually means that you can create the course, which can take a long time, but you can start receiving leads. So I always say it's a good idea to put when the course is being launched. So if you're going to launch it in a month's time, then put a date in there so that people actually know when it's going to happen, so they'll sign up for it, rather than leave it open-ended. You're collecting leads and then maybe that doesn't motivate you to actually finish the course, and you've got all these people waiting and they put their email list in there, and then you might even forget about it and not do anything, and then you've got all these stale leads and they won't be happy. So it's obviously good to work to a time frame, but using this method, it means that you can start collecting and then you can start designing your course and of course your content as well. So we don't say it's a long-term thing, we say it's quite quick. If you notice that we did a new course that we've got coming out and we've got a pre-sign-up form, it's because we're tinkering around with the course content itself. So we want people to be able to sign up for it because it's happening on the 14th of June, which is fairly soon. So we wanted to start promoting it and getting you guys into it so that we can automatically enroll you in the course when we launch. So just to show you that course so you can sort of see what's happening with it, I will just jump into it and I will screen share so that you guys can see it. Okay, so let me just screen share in a second. I'm just going to flick the course up so you can see what's going on. All right, so I'm going to go to the sales page. So primarily what we're doing is we're looking at replacing the button that's in the sales page to, instead of going to the checkout page, we're just going to have a capture form in there. So there are certain things we need to do to the course just to make sure that it's not visible and no one's going to accidentally buy it if you've published the course or anything like that. So let's go and have a look. Let's do some screen sharing now. There we go. So you can see this is the 3-day lead to client challenge that we have running at the moment. And what you're going to see down here is that we have a little form. So this form is just a normal form that will actually tag the users coming in. It's actually tagging them with a tag called story. So because this is a storytelling kind of challenge, we've tagged them with stories. So they're going to come in as leads. Okay. So when they come in as leads, we can then email them, or to tell them that the course has gone up. Now because this is a free course, we don't even need to email them because they've already shown an interest. We can just automatically enroll them into the course, but that's a different subject, okay, for this quick Zen pop-up. So how do we do this? How do we make this work so that it works with the course? So I'm going to jump into a test site that we've got, and you're going to see inside here, this is our little good doggy test site that we use from time to time. We will be doing a completely new version of in a different subject, a different category at some point. But I'm going to jump into the admin now, and I'm just going to create the course. So let's just pretend we're creating a course and we're going to put something in there. So obviously I generally spend a bit of time with the course card. I do this in Canva because the course card, as far as I'm concerned, dictates the style of the course. Like for this one, for instance, this dog anxiety one that I've done in here, if you look at the actual course, I'm just going to preview the course now just to show you the sales page, you're going to see that it's all in this orange color. So this course card has actually dictated my branding for the course going through it. All right. So that's what I do, but I'm going to start with something blank and just use the blank image in there. So let's go into this and create a new course. And let's call this, for the sake of this, let's call it Zen Pop-Up. Okay, I'm going to delete this course out after. So if you guys go to the URL, it probably won't exist if you see it. So I'm going to call this Zen Pop-Up, and we're just going to, you can fill the course subtitle and summary if you like. I'm not going to, I'm going to create the course. So now I've created my course. The first thing I want to do is I want to look at the pages and straight away I want to brand the sales page up to start capturing leads, but I don't want it to go to the course itself. So I can publish the course. I'm going to do that in a second. And I also need to go into course details, just change a few little things inside there. So I'm going to go into the pages now, and we're going to go into the sales page and edit this sales page, which is going to be the capture form. So when we're ready to launch, after we've captured and we've emailed people, then we're going to put the button back that goes to the checkout page there, which is that URL there. Okay, we're going to put that back because inside the sales page, when it loads, that's all that this little button, let's go down here, just let it finish, go down here, that's all this little button does. It takes you to the checkout page. Okay, so if you have a pricing set up, it will appear in there because it's dynamic. But we're going to get rid of quite a few things. One is I tend to get rid of the whole block. So I'm going to go and delete the whole block out. And we're going to just put new blocks in. So you might want to put a summary in there. I'm actually going to clear it all out. So I'm not even having a curriculum in there because I don't want people to see the curriculum because I haven't finished it. So look what I'm doing. I'm just deleting everything out the sales page. So you'll be like, oh, especially the course pricing. So let's delete that out as well. And let's go into blocks, and I'm going to create an empty block. And I want to keep this very simple for this little example. So we're going to go in here and I'm going to grab an image. So I can go and grab, let's go and search on Google, 𝗭𝗃𝗍𝗍. Let's just put laptop. I'm looking for a nice cool image. So something like that. That's going to be fine. Insert without crop. Okay. And once that goes in, bang, I'm going to just put an overlay of black just so my text stands up against it. There we go. And I'm going to go into the add a row, and then I'm going to add, I'll just add a simple one row. Again, you can make this look however you like. For the sake of this, it's fine. And then I'm going to call it Zen pop-up pre-enroll now. Boom. Yeah. Okay. Make that look as nice as you like. You know, spend a bit of time on this sales page. So we got that there. So that's all I want at this stage. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger in here. Okay, let's grab the block again, and I'm going to grab the form. So this is our all important form. So I'm going to come in here and we're going to change a few things. I'm going to make it a rounded button. Actually, no, I'm just going to stay with a square button. So let's just go, let's go square button with this. That's nice. All right, and I'll make the style of it a white against this color. All right, so I'm going to change this to I might put limited spaces available, and I might just put in here the subtext of that text that I just put in now, just make it a bit bigger. Okay, so that's good, and I want to make the border thickness quite a bit bigger so it stands out. Oh, maybe not that big, it's 14. Okay, so there we go, a nice little form. So also I've got the first name. I'm catching the first name. I want to definitely make sure that that's a required field. Okay, so I'm enter your first name. So let's just say, what's your first name? Question mark. Okay, something like that. Make it required. Make sure input type is first name. Okay, going to drop down to the email, and I'm just going to select something here. We need your email, and put that in there. Make sure that's a required field. Input type email, really important this. Okay, so let me just add another little bit of text in the top here just to tell people a little bit of info while we're grabbing this detail, while we're grabbing the details. So I'm going to go in here and so there we go. So I've just put a little bit of info to let people know why they're doing this, why they're giving you their email address, why they're giving you their name. So you say get early access to the course. We need to communicate with you. The course launches, enter your email. When the course launches, enter your email and name below and hit submit. And then I put as soon as we launch, we will send you an invite. Okay, bang, and I'll make this bold like that. Okay, so that tells people exactly what they need to do. Now, you might want to put, like I said, you might want to put a date in here. So I'm going to go in, I'm just going to use an H2 heading, just slightly smaller. And I'm going to put in here, launching in, let's say July. So I'm not giving them a day, I'm just going to say July if I'm not sure, you know. So that's how we can do that. Let's make this a nice bright color, like something like an orange will work really well with this background. So I'm just going to choose a nice big orange in there and do my spell check. I'm also going to make it bold. Okay, so this is it. So you could put a countdown timer in here. If you've got a date, you could put a countdown timer. That's always a quite nice thing to do. I'll quickly show you how to do it. Let's go down to elements, to countdown timer. Let's grab a nice looking countdown timer. Something like that. And then if I've got a time, a date, I would do date countdown timer and I will pick my date. So let's say we're going to release on the 12th of July at 12 o'clock. There we go. So now you've got that 38 days and it's a counting down for when they're going to be in there. Okay, so you can also put a redirect. So when it expires, you can actually redirect it if you wanted to the checkout page there. So you could copy that and then you could go straight to the checkout page and put that in there. And then so when that expires, gets down to 0, it will go to the checkout page. But I'm going to leave that off. There's lots of different countdown timers you can use. I want to keep this nice and simple for this then pop-up. This is it, but we need to do one more thing. We need to go and give this a tag, and we also, it's always a nice idea to do a thank you page, all right, associated with this form. So I'm going to click into the gear icon. We're going to jump into the gear icon of the form button, go into settings. We've got submit form. We've got add to email list. So you could add this to an email list if you've got them. You could also add to a funnel. So you could put them into an automated funnel. But we're going to use this. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go new, let's just call it Zen, because I've labeled it Zen course. And then I'll put L for launch. And then I'm going to hit enter. Sometimes it puts this little extra one in. I'm going to get rid of that. So post submit action is where this will go after they've clicked here. If you don't put a post submit action, you'll get a little green box that comes up that says message sent successfully or something like that. So I always like to do a form because it looks nice, but we can test it at this stage and I can show you the little green box and then I can show you how to do a proper thank you page. So I'm going to save this now. There we go. so I've saved this page. I've got nothing about the info. Obviously you put what the course is about. I mean, if you look at the course that we did, if you look at the 3-day course, you'll see how our other page is set up. It's it's a lot more, there's a lot more information on there, so we would expect you to put more information on there because you need to tell your potential leads what they're actually getting. So if I go into, I'm going to share my screen in a second. I'll just show you that sales page again so you can see. Okay. All right, so in this you can see that on our little form we've just basically got the form block. So down here we've actually got a block in here. It tells you the start date of when that's happening. It tells you about the challenge itself. It gives you this information down here. It's all just done with text and bullet points, and then we've got the form down here. Yeah, so it's exactly the same as this. It's just an extended version of it with all that information in there. So we need to save this page off and we need to test it, but the thing is that this is a course sales page, so we haven't got the course published. Now I don't want to actually publish the course because they could then access some of the pages. There's something I need to do. So I need to go into course details and I need to come down here and I need to make the course price hidden. Okay, so if you do set up a price, they won't be able to enroll. So if you've got a price plan set up and they got in there, they wouldn't be able to actually buy the course because the course price is hidden. This is so that you can stop people buying the course until you're ready to go. So we also want to make the course secret, because obviously if you've got it in a dynamic block on your page, it will appear. So we want to make it secret at the moment. We might turn that off in a minute, and that's the kind of options that you should think about, okay, inside there. So now I've got the course price hidden, and I've got the make course secret. I'm going to publish the course, and notice I also haven't got an image for the course card yet. So let's click publish the course. So what it means now is that this course is published, but if you go through to this page and you try to buy it, let's just go into incognito. I'm in Chrome using incognito. It's gonna just send you straight back to this page. So even though I have taken the URL from here, it always takes you back to here because we have courses secret and we have the price. We haven't got a pricing plan in there. So because we haven't got a pricing plan in there, it will send you back to the sales page, which is exactly what we want because we haven't created our course yet. So let's try it also with the thank you page here. So we've got this thank you page here. So let's put that into incognito as well and put that in there. Again, it will take us back to the home page in this case. Now it's very unlikely people will find the thank you page, so we don't have to worry about that. So that's how that works. So before you guys say that doesn't work, remember I'm testing this in incognito mode. I'm not doing it inside of my admin. Remember, I'm logged in here. So if I was to take this link and I was to open it up here, it would give me the page. Because I'm logged in as admin, I can see everything. So there's a lot of people get a lot of problems with that. They're like, well, I can see the page. I don't want my students to see the page. Are you testing as admin? Yes, I am. No, don't test as in incognito. That's why you'll get these problems come up. So that's one thing. That's a little bit of a bonus for you. So now we've created this lovely form here. We can actually preview it, because the sales page is always available. So again, if I go into incognito, I can see that that page is available for me to sign up for. So let's now just do a name in there. So I'm going to call it, let's call myself Zen pop-up test, okay? And let's put in an email address in here. Let's just put a plus 202. And now I'm going to click book your place. So watch what happens down here in this corner when I hit book your place. A little green success has come up. It's pretty boring, isn't it? I mean, it's good. It tells you success, but it doesn't actually like say, oh, you're enrolled or anything like that. So we really want to do a thank you page. So let's have a look. Just before we do the thank you page, let's have a look at me just signed up now with Zen pop-up test. Let's have a look in the leads, whether we're in there. So I will have come in as a lead because I filled a form out. I didn't enroll as a course. If I enroll in a course, I become a student. If I enroll in any of the forms, I become a lead, okay? Or marketing funnels, I become a lead. So let's go into leads, and you're going to see straight away Zen pop up. Look at this in here. Zen course launch, the tag that I put inside the form here. Yeah, so it's tagged me. So what it means now is if I've got hundreds of students in here, these are all test students, and I want to filter them out, I can come into filters, go to filters, select, and I can go user tag contains. I can click in here and I can go Zen launch. I can apply the filter, and it only gives me the people that have signed up with that tag. So, you know, it's great. I've got these people. I can now email these people. So if I send an email broadcast, I can again use the filtering just to filter those people with that tag, send an email saying, look, the course is open. And, you know, you can even give them a coupon if it was an early bird offer or something like that. So now let's move on to doing the page for the thank you page, just to make it look really cool. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come into this page, and to save myself a ton of time, I'm going to create a custom block. I'm going to call it Zen Pop Block, and I'm going to click save. Okay, so now I've saved this block. It's going to save me time in a second. So I'm now going to go to my pages, my site pages, and I'm going to create a thank you page. You can see I've already got one that's set up for a form that I did for a tutorial. So I'm going to add a new page, and I'm going to come in here and call it Zen Pop Up Thank You. And we'll just put that in there. I'm going to copy that, put that in there, and I'm going to click publish the page. Visible for all users, not logged in users. Okay, all users. I'm going to click add. So now I'm going to grab that custom block, and I'm purely going to put in there a little bit of information and of course thank you. And then I'm going to tie that up to the post action inside the form. And that's it. So you've got a form, you've tagged them, okay, just on the sales page. You've removed the buttons and things from the sales page. You've put the form in there, the form tags them, okay, and that would work on its own. You get the little success green thing come up, but we're taking it a stage further. So once they filled the form out, they go to this page, which is the thank you page. So let's put our custom block back in. We scroll down the bottom. Remember, custom blocks are for pro and premium users only. You see down there, that's my save block. I'm going to drag it up here. I don't want the form in here, obviously, because it's not needed. So I'm going to delete it out, and I'm going to go you are registered. We will send you a special invite. People love special. When we launch, and then in July, just to back that up, and then put, let's put as an early birder, we will give you a special deal. And you could mention that on the main page. It's probably worth doing that. But sometimes, you know, sometimes what I do is I mention it on the page after, so I don't say anything about it. So when they actually see it, they go, oh, okay, so I'm also getting a special deal to this course. And of course, you know, in this page, you could say how much the course is. You could put cost, and then you could put 300 one off. And you could even put in here early bird, and then you could go 200. 200, and then I could select this text, hold the Control and S, and it does a strike through. So you've got that. So early, let's spell that right, early bird, like that. And I could even select that text and change the color to white in there. You know, you could change that to red if you wanted to. Don't like that. Okay, I like it like that. Okay, save. So that's it. So now we got that thank you page set up in here. We're going to click save to that. And you've got this new thank you page. So let me just make sure that's saved. All right, so let's come back here. Let's preview this page, just make sure it looks good. Okay, that looks nice. And now I'm going to take this URL, copy it, jump back into our form, go into our button, and we're going to do the post submit action. So after they've hit the button, post submit action, what happens? They go to a link. What link do they go to? Paste in our thank you, Zen pop-up thank you page. Click save. Okay, let's test our page now. So we got this as a course page and it's going to send them to the thank you page after. So we're going to test this as a student. So let's go in here. I'm just going to refresh this. And now what's going to happen is we're going to have a much nicer experience. So I'm going to call this Zen pop-up again. Let's call it test 2. And then I'll put this in here and I'll say plus 203. So now I'm going to hit this. So what I'm expecting to happen is as soon as I hit this button, it registers me. It also tags me and it sends me to the thank you page. So I'm going to click book your place and bang, we're in there. So it's taken us much better than the little green bit that comes up. So let's have a look in the course now and make sure that it has actually registered me. So once again, I'm going to go down to all leads and you're now going to see that you have 2 in there. So I have 203 pop-up test 2 with that form. That is it. That's how you do it. And again, once again, I can filter these out if I want to. I can use the tag contains and then I can go and select the tag that I've used. And I can click apply filter and it'll give me 2 users that are in there. Now with these users, of course, I can export these users out and I can bring them back in and I can add them to a funnel. I can add them to a course, or of course you can email. So if you're sending an email broadcast out, you would come into the email broadcast and you would go create broadcast. Let's call it Zen and create. And let's go into here. And we'll choose our email list, which is all contacts at this stage. And we're going to click advanced filter. Notice all contacts 37. So I'm now going to add a filter group. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add a filter. And we're going to say user tag contains. And then we're going to go and select the user tag there. And then we're going to click save changes. Watch this change from 37 to 2. And there we go, 2. So now I can carry on and I can send the user, we have launched. And then you can send the URL if you want to of the course. So let me just open this in a new tag, right hand click, open link in new tag, tab. And this is if I've finished the course, then I would come into here and I would go to the pages. And I'd probably send them straight to the checkout page or the sales page. It's up to you. So you can copy the URL there and you can put that into the email broadcast. So go straight to the course. So I can put a link in there. I'm selecting that text, going to link, insert link, drop the link in there, click insert, done. And I can also put the whole URL in there if I want to. And of course you make this look nice and all those things. So when you get a preview of this, you see this and you can click and go straight to the course there. Okay. So once you've launched. So remember, when you do launch, when you want to go back, when you finish with the sign up form, you're going to want to put the button in there. So you're going to want to take this, you're going to have all your text in here and you're going to probably delete this out. Yeah. You're going to go into here. You're then going to add a button like this. I'm not going to, you know how to change the text. And then I want to send them to the checkout page. So I'm going to go checkout page, copy. And I'm going to now go into the settings for this. Go to settings. I'm going to go choose action, go to link, and I'm going to drop that link in there. Okay. And I'm going to click save. So now this will go through to the checkout page. But remember, I need to go into course details and I need to make sure that the make course prices is viewable, so unchecked, and I need to make sure that the course secret, and I need to make sure that I have a pricing plan. So let's set up a pricing plan quickly. I'll just do a free one. Let's just call this free, and I'm just going to click finish. Now I've got a pricing plan with this. Okay, that's good. Right, let's test this now. Let's go to this site now. This is all working. So I'm going to go to the sales page. This is, I'm previewing this as admin, so I want to be checking it in incognito. So I'm going to come into incognito now, and now instead of the form, I've got the button. Let's click the button. It's going to take me through to the checkout page, and now I can buy it. So I've opened the course up. So you see how quick it was for me to launch that course. So if you've got that form in there, you can leave that form in there. You can be working on the curriculum, and of course things like the course card that you've got in here, all the pages, you can go through these pages, the checkout page, thank you, course access page, you can style them however you like. And you can also set up drip, go through the curriculum, obviously make sure the curriculum's in there, and then you can then release it within 3 minutes. And you can then send an email to all those people using email broadcast saying, look, go in here, the course has launched, you can buy it now. And that's how you do it. So this can be really, really powerful. It means that you're optimizing your time. You know, you're managing your time much better. It means that you can get to the marketing stage much, much, much quicker than you could if you're just waiting to get a course. And I know a lot of you guys are not using this method. So because you're not using it, you're spending, you know, months and months maybe creating a course, and it's like you're like, I want to get this launched to make money. But you can do it already. You can start the process. You can start list building. You can start marketing. You start posting about it. You'll notice that 𝗂𝗡 is already on the Facebook group promoting that lead to client challenge that she's doing. And, you know, we're just finishing all the course off behind the scenes, but we're still taking pre-sign-ups. And then what we'll do, because it's a free course, is we'll export them out, import them in, and put them into the course magically. So they won't even have to do anything. They'll just be like, oh, I'm in now. You know, it's great. They'll start receiving the automations from the course itself. Of course, at that point, when we launch the course, people can come in and buy it as you would a normal course. So this is Zen pop-up for today, and hopefully you like it. I'm going to be coming back pretty soon, actually, because I want to do a little bit of a what's going on. So Zen pop-up's all about just popping up at random times. You know, if you guys are around, fabulous. You know, I'm going to just have a look, see if there's anybody in the chat. These videos, by the way, I'm going to be talking about it in another Zen pop-up very soon, but they're actually going to go into our YouTube channel. So I'm going to talk about the importance of our YouTube channel for this stuff. So I'm just going to have a look, just see if there's any comments come in. I think Heather's on here. I can just see. I tend to just run through these presentations. I don't interrupt myself by answering questions when I'm running through a presentation, because otherwise it's unmanageable from that point of view. So yeah, we're all live. I haven't seen any questions coming. Do you remember that I follow the same format that I do for my challenges? So what happens is I do a full presentation. We just run one, an email challenge with me and Alice, and what we do is we run a presentation, and then we say, right, okay, now ask questions at the end. So there'll always be a Q&A section at the end of even the Zen pop-ups. We're not going to be on for long, but we're going to be there. So I'm presenting today. I'm going to do the first few, and then you're probably going to get 𝗂𝗡 come in here, Kevin come in here, maybe Rakesh, and Liz and Alice could pop up in the Zen pop-ups as well. Okay, so this is the way forwards. We're going to try and be a lot more active on the group and answer questions. And this was a question that was raised in the group. I saw the question and thought this was a really good one. This can really arm you guys to actually get your courses marketing your courses straight away before you've created them. And this is what a lot of people do, you know, early bird offers, pre-registration sign-ups. So easy in Zenler. You can delete everything out, put whatever you like into the sales page, you know, follow those practices. Remember to publish the course, make the course price hidden so that they can't go to it, so it jumps back to the sales page. When you're ready, just take the form out, button to the checkout page, make the course price visible again, bang, you're off, they're in there. Then see the leads that come in, email them, telling them about the early bird offer, send them a link if you like, and then they can go in and buy it straight away. So all good. And I'm going to end this session now, and I'll see you very soon with another Zen pop-up.